Hello and welcome to another video. This video, I'm going to show you how to use a tool that every web developer should be using, or I'm sure there's some other similar tools, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is the same sample solution that I'm using for this set of tutorials, YouTube MVC3. And on this tutorial, what I did is I added a page, a view, and on this page we're going to be testing the ajax calls that I have created here. This is really simple. It's going to require an HTTP post, and you don't have to, but it's a good idea to do it. Now if you don't, I can show you another way you can do this, but we're going to continue. So the idea is the client is going to call without posting the entire page to the controller, and it's just going to return okay. So here's the client. So the view only has a button, that's it. And on the script block, what I have is a basic jQuery call. So we want to know when the DOM is ready. Then we want to set up our other functions here. So on this jQuery, we're listening for this click, for this specific control in the HTML. So we're selecting this control, and we want to know when it's clicked. And when the clicks happens, what are we gonna do? In this case, we're gonna be calling controller home, my ajax call, which is the home controller, and then your function on the controller. And as you can see, the type is post. We're passing a data here. So we're going to be passing a dummy data from the client. In this case, is client call. And we're going to use this object to pass it on to the controller. And as you can see, MVC will read it. This has to match with what's in here on the client. And then you can easily pull that data. Now, the tool that I was talking about is called Fiddler Web Debugger. As you can see, it can show you where you're browsing in, and it tells you a lot of useful information, especially when it's not something's not working as you are expecting. Anyways, we're gonna run this guy, and here using the same template that we're using. Obviously needs a lot of work. I'll just leave it like that. But on the drop down here, I'm adding, we already did the members. Now we're gonna do ajax call. And as I create more tutorials, I'll just remove these values from this template. So we're gonna use ajax call. We go there, and as you can see, I only have a H1, I think it is, and H2, and then the button. So the idea for this tool is to let us know the result, at least the JSON result. So once we click on it, the browser is frozen. Okay, we're back. Guess the browser took a timeout. Anyways, the idea is when you click this guy, as you can see, the whole page is still here. It didn't post anywhere. But in the background, if we go to our tool, as you can see here, it submitted an ajax call to home, my ajax call, and the controller returned okay. As you can see here in the raw view, the client actually sent to the controller. And this tool, Fiddler Web Developer, is really nice, so you can see what's going on between the client and your controller. Now the other way you can also check what's going on, or if you're not getting back something, you can click you're gonna debug a breakpoint, and we're gonna run again the client. We're gonna click the button, and we should see that fire. So you can see it's right here. Now if you browse to it, you can see that it has captured the value client call, and obviously you can do whatever you want from there using that data. You can return JSON back, or anything actually, to the client. So that's the whole idea of this video. Show you how you can start viewing what's going on between the client when you're clicking, when you're trying to do ajax call, what's happening. And I'll give you an example. I'm gonna stop debugging. Now I'm gonna take this guy out. By default, this goes into a get function. So we're gonna see if that works with a get. So drop down ajax. I'm gonna take that off and then click. Now let's go see the fiddler. It's still going. So as you can see, if you do a get on the client, where did it go? If you change the post to get, you get an error. If you can see, like in the client, you don't see any errors. It looks fine. But if you use Fiddler and you click on this error 500, you can see what the error is. It's saying this request has been blocked because sensitive information could be disclosed, blah, 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 blah. So as you can see, you could allow it to use a get by passing. We're going to stop this. If you do have to use get and you're not using the HTTP post, you can, there's another argument you can pass, as you can see, JSON behavior, and just say allow get. You could do that. Run it again. Click it. Let's see. As you can see, it's fine. We got a 200, so that means it's okay. But the best thing to do is not to allow gets unless you have to for some reason, but always use post in your controllers. So hopefully this will give you a good idea on how to start using and debugging ajax call back to the server, from the server to the client. And as you can see here, you can get data back from the server and process this data here. So in the next videos, I'll show you how you can start processing data from the server. And if obviously if the server returns, like in that case that it returned a 500, we could also set up the ajax call to read the codes, the status codes, 400, 200s, and proceed from there. So thank you for watching, and I'll put a link on the GitHub that I'm adding this tutorial solution, so you can download it and see what I've been doing on these videos. Thank you for watching.